What's happening there, guys, and welcome back to another video. Several of Harry Styles' eagerly awaited projects are about to hit theaters, including Don't Worry Darling, a movie he made with girlfriend Olivia Wilde. Additionally, he plays the lead role in Michael Grandage's new movie My Policeman, which is based on a novel by Bethan Roberts. The plot, which is set in the 1950s, centers on a love triangle between Marion and Patrick, two of Tom's lovers, and Styles' character Tom. Here's everything we know about Harry Styles' movie My Policeman. Number 8. Plot of the film. Marion and Tom, who work as a school teacher and a policeman respectively, are the main characters in the novel of the same name My Policeman. They fell in love after meeting in Brighton, but Patrick later moves in. A curator by profession, Patrick is mourning the loss of his girlfriend. He and Tom fall in love as well, but homosexuality is against the law in Brighton in the 1950s. For a time, it seems as if everything works well for the three of them, but soon, envy rears its ugly and possibly inevitable head. Following Tom and Marion's marriage, and roughly 40 years later, Patrick makes another visit to see them. The story's following chapter takes place. His homecoming has significant repercussions for the relationship. Styles portrays the title character, who is a police officer, while the Crown viewers will know Emma Corrin as Marion, who serves as Tom's wife. Tom has a crush on the museum curator, played by David Dawson. Tom, Marion, and Patrick are portrayed by Linus Roach, Gina McKee, and Rupert Everett, respectively, in the 1990s portion of their narrative. In 2021, Deadline announced that Chewing Gum and the stranger actor Cardiff Kerwin will join the cast. Number 7. Based on a true story. Roberts said in a 2012 article for The Guardian that her work was influenced by real-life experiences, particularly the life of author E.M. Forster. Forster dated Bob Buckingham, a police officer. May Buckingham, Buckingham's wife, and he were close. She said that although Buckingham shared a home with May, he gave Forster his half-days off and other weekly hours. Even though she was frequently disagreeable and envious, May refused to pay attention when she was informed that Forster was going to end her marriage. She could have benefited from what Forster had to give, similar to Buckingham, as he often provided presents of money in addition to access to the elite cultural circle. Forster and the couple finally had May as their caregiver when he had a stroke. Number 6. It's based on an insightful book. The film version of Bethan Roberts' 2012 book of the same name, My Policeman, revolves around Marion, played by Emma Corrin of The Crown, a school teacher, and Tom, played by Styles, a police officer, who meet and fell in love on the Brighton shore in the 1950s. Enter curator Patrick, played by David Dawson, who has relocated to Brighton to cope with the loss of a former lover. Patrick immediately falls for Tom. Despite the fact that homosexuality is against the law at the time, the guys have a passionate relationship. The trio enjoys living as a menage a trois for a time until envy upends their arrangement. Fast forward to the 1990s, and the elderly Patrick makes a dramatic return into the lives of Tom and Marion, who are now married. Number 5. Brilliant narrative. The narrative of the novel alternates between Patrick's and Marion's confessions as each struggle with their inner demons and the strong urge that keeps drawing them back to Tom. The latter also draws attention to the limitations that homosexual men were subjected to at the time and the unpleasant reality they may encounter if their private lives became known. Roberts stated that the author E.M. Forster, who had a long-term connection with the policeman Bob Buckingham and was acquainted with his wife May, in an essay that appeared in The Guardian in 2012. Number 4. The first stills have caused the internet to go crazy. Amazon published the first 2 movie stills on June 9th. One had Styles and Corrin as Tom and Marion looking tenderly into each other's eyes while swimming in a pool, while the other showed the couple in a gallery with Patrick, played by David Dawson, who seems to be explaining an artwork to them. While the first is happy, the second shows the tension between the three of them. Number 3. The teaser teases tragedy and desire. On June 15th, a teaser trailer was released. It begins with Styles' Tom and Dawson's Patrick viewing a picture at a museum. What does it make you feel like? The latter inquires of the former. Tom responds, and while he does, a montage depicting his developing relationship with Corrin's Marion, which culminated in their marriage, plays. After that, Tom and Patrick start dating, and Patrick makes a commitment to support the newlyweds. There are further images of a violent argument, a sun-drenched Brighton arcade, Marion sobbing while tearing up a book, and a police uniform burning while Tom longingly watches. Number 2, there's a ton of British talent in the cast, both new and seasoned. Before handing over to Gina McKee, Linus Roach, and Rupert Everett for the scenes that take place in the 1990s, Corrin, Stiles, and Dawson portray Marion, Tom, and Patrick in the 1950s. Khadif Kerwin, who's best known for his appearances in Chewing Gum and The Stranger, reportedly joined the cast in June of 2021, according to Deadline. The team behind the camera is just as talented. Author Ron Naiswainer had an Oscar nomination for 1994's Philadelphia, while director Michael Grandage formerly served as creative director of the Donmar Warehouse in London. Number 1, the movie could come out sooner than you anticipate. The movie is coming out sooner than you would expect. My Policeman will debut in theaters on October 21st and then be streamable on Prime Video starting on November 4th. These two dates put the movie in a prime position for the 2023 awards season. Well guys, that's the end of our video. So let us know your thoughts about the film in the comments down below, and before we head out, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Thanks a lot for watching, and until the next one, take care and goodbye.